Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever woken up, scrolled through social media, then life hits you, then you realize your life is lagging? Your old roommate just bought a Benz, your mates are flying first class, and then you are fighting with mates over 50 pesos. On today's episode of the Vibecast, we are discussing societal pressure.
My name is Jessica, and this is
Melissa.
And this is the Vibecast with Jess and Mel.
We live in a generation where at a certain age, you don't have your first car, you are not married, you are not settled, people begin to criticize you or shame you. So who really sets the standard? At what age am I supposed to buy my first car, build a house, and settle down?
So to know more about this topic, stay tuned. You can follow us on all social media platforms at The Real Vibecast. So when we say societal pressure, what do we mean by societal pressure? Societal pressure refers to the influence exerted by the society on individuals to conform to some certain behaviors and certain lifestyles. Societal pressure is not always, I know a lot of people think societal pressure is negative. No, it's not negative. There's a positive side to it. For example, when you go on social media, I'll use social media because nowadays we all use social media. So for social media, you see that sometimes people post their workouts, like, you know, when they go to the gym, their workouts, their eating habits and all those things. It's also like
motivation.
Yes,
like
it's pressure. Yeah. So it's like you feel pressure to, keep fit. Because right now, it's like like gymming is the new ish. So it's like everybody, it's a positive,
side to it.
Yes. And there's a lot of negative side to this societal pressure, especially social media.
When you go into the families like this, some of the social media, the pressures you can get from the family is you are growing old, you should move out of the house, you are growing old, you should get married, you are growing old, you should buy a car, you should own you should own a house.
Yes.
That is from the family.
Yes.
And then I think especially from the marital side, it's quite negative. I would say the negatives are more than the positive because we are getting to a point where people are pressured to marry. Then they get into the marriage
and they are not happy.
They find out, like, I didn't want this at this point. They could have just waited for some time to maybe wait for the right person or maybe build their life before settling down for someone else. So from the family side, I think it's mostly negative. Yeah, the family pressure is mostly negative.
But I feel that sometimes when the family do this, they feel they are pushing you, like they want you to step up your game, because some people tend to feel relaxed with some things. Someone will complete, let's say, SHS and be sitting down. So as a family, I don't think you'd also want, your child to be sitting. So I feel it's not that the approach and manner should be, advice, like they should change the approach and manner, because sometimes you feel like you are trying to let the person step up the game, but it's like you are causing more harm than good. Yes,
but actually forcing someone to step up their game, to find a job, to do something quite beneficial, I think that's quite good.
Yeah, but
to force someone into marriage, it gets to a point where people actually find maybe a partner for their children. They'll be like, oh, there's this friend of mine who has a son, he also wants to get married, blah blah blah. So they want you to chat with his son to see how to go. And so like this kind of pressure is like, it's very, very demotivating sometimes. And then if the children come and they be like, they don't want to do this, they feel like
they are being disrespectful.
Exactly.
Yes.
They are being disrespectful. So their children are also forced to do things they don't want to
do. Exactly. And there's a lot of pressure from our own friends, like our peers. That is where the pressure actually is. Sometimes you'll be there, like, let's say you completed school with your mates and your mate is driving Benz and you are now like looking for what to eat.
I have an experience with that. So I think, was it last Friday?
Yeah.
I closed from work and I dropped at one junction, because the mates, they'll do short. You drop here before they'll continue again. So I dropped at a junction, and then Instead, I don't have a junction. I walked towards where the trotro was, but I wasn't getting the car. Then a friend of mine called me on phone and was like, he has seen me at the junction, so I should walk forward to his car. To me, I thought, oh, he was driving, maybe he was in a taxi or an Uber, or maybe he was driving maybe like this small car.
Maybe Canto.
Exactly. So I got there and then I saw a car and I was like, nah,
This can't be
my mate's car. And so I took my phone and then just called him again. I'm like, I'm at where you asked me to be, but I'm not seeing you. He was like, no, he's the one with the lights on. My mate was driving a Land Cruiser Prado.
Whilst
I was standing on the junction.
you were fighting for Trotro.
I was fighting for Trotro. What kind of pressure? Is it positive or negative?
I think it is both positive and negative.
Because it really hits me.
Because right now it hits you because you feel very bad that like your age mate, like your age mate has gotten there and you are not there yet. And I think it's also encouraging you that no, like you have to get there. You have to get there.
So I think the pressure will come, but as to how you would handle the pressure is also another problem, because some people, they really succumb to pressure so easily. I mean, I have friends, like if they sit in cars, like no matter what you are doing, they really want to know what you are doing. No matter what you are doing, they want to do the same thing regardless of what you are doing. You get it? Some people don't really care what you are doing. So far as they are getting what you are doing, they don't really care. I think that one can be the negative. So I think how you handle the pressure coming at you is also different. It's also another problem.
Yes, and I think when we talk about this pressure, mostly it's we ladies. We ladies, we are insecure. Like unless you didn't see maybe your friend wearing this, your friend wearing that, like you feel like, hey God, where did I pass?
Exactly.
Because sometimes my friend can call me, like it's not that they will call me, you see streaks, pictures, videos, they are in Dubai, they are in this, they are getting rich boyfriend, you some.
So how do we cope with the societal pressure? As I mentioned earlier, the pressure will keep coming and will keep getting worse. So how are we going to cope with the societal pressure?
So with the societal pressure, there is something we call self-awareness. You have to know what you want to do to deal with this pressure, so that when you see other people, you won't be affected that much. And it's okay to say no to your friends and family. I'm not saying you should go and disrespect your family and your friends. I'm just saying sometimes it's okay to say no. If you're not comfortable with some things, just say no politely.
I think you should also find your path, because the same way someone is pressuring you, I think you're also giving pressure to some other people.
Yes.
So you should also stay consistent with what you are doing. You know what is good, you know what is bad. You do this and then you know that, oh, this is working for me. So you keep on doing what is working for you. Don't just switch and then just go and stay on track with someone else. Don't change your destiny for someone else. Everyone's clock ticks differently.
Good.
Someone's time might be today, yours might be tomorrow, but yours might be bigger than the person's own. So
life be time.
It be time. So don't be pressured at all. Just stay motivated and find your path.
So viewers, thank you for watching today's episode of the Vibecast on societal pressure. Don't forget to leave your comments about your personal experience. We'll be reading your comments in our next episode.
Also, the pressure would come, but don't let it affect you negatively to change your path or your direction.
My name is Jessica.
And my name is Millicent.
And this is the Vibecast with Jess and Mill.